Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel, and today is Wednesday, our follow-up video of Saturday's snowblower preparation, the work we did on the snowblower. A lot of questions were asked, and I actually learned something from the comment section, and I think it's something that, well, I'm going to share what that is as we move on with the video here, but we're going to start addressing the questions. I just want to bring up this one. 21 below zero outside this morning. Very cold here. That's why I'm in the shop, which is actually about 38 degrees. So I've got the heat turned down in here because I'm working my new job, which many of you have asked about. So with that, let's dive into the questions. Okay, so first question here is, are you sure all that water is not just condensation? I am sure it's not condensation. In fact, but from the comment section, I kind of figured out what it was. And we'll address that as we go a little further here. But I'm pretty sure all that water was from something else. Is it possible that filter is missing an O-ring? I have never personally seen an O-ring on those, and I have a lot of them, a lot of oil bath air filters. But it's possible. It is entirely possible, and that is something I can definitely buy a thin O-ring and try it in there. Or I did Google the Donaldson filter, and they do show a seal. So obviously it's missing the seal. That's something I will address moving forward. A few people had suggested covering the air filter with a plastic bag and zip ties, or a plastic bag, or, something like that, and I won't do that. And the reason for that is the plastic doesn't breathe. The plastic holds the moisture in there. It'll cause moisture will get under that paint, start eating through the metal. It's really a common thing. I see people put tarps on stuff, plastic tarps. That I hate that. I went to look at a piece of equipment one time that had been under cover of a tarp for years, and took that tarp off, and there was nothing left of it. All the sheet metal had been rusted through, all the paint was gone, it just destroyed it. Canvas tarps, on the other hand, they do breathe, so they're a little safer. But no, I won't be covering the air filter, and technically the air filter should be sealed. It shouldn't be getting water into it. And again, we'll get into that a little later, because I'm pretty sure some of the comments, I'm pretty sure what they were commenting is what we were seeing. Somebody suggested cutting a 5-gallon pail and putting over it. That could work too, but again, it would breathe. It's bigger, but I don't think that's the whole problem. Here it is. Here's this comment. That thing is a beast. Maybe your issue is water in the air filter isn't free water getting in. Maybe it's sucking in snow, and the oil bath is collecting it like it's designed to do with dirt, and it's melting into water. That is what I think is going on. That is very good, because that snowblower is kicking snow all over the place. I mean, it's making a snow cloud. It's pulling that water, or that snow, into the air intake for the flywheel, blowing that past the motor and melting it basically, and then sucking it up in that intake tube that's under the hood. I think that's what's going on. That makes total sense, and that's something I'll have to keep a close eye on. I really think that's what's going on. I haven't checked it. Like I said, it's 21 below zero. I'm not going out there to check it right now. So, why do you need an oil air filter when you work in the snow, unless you find snow in the Sahara? You still want an air filter on an engine. Like boat motors. I see a lot of guys take their air filters off their boat motors. I hate that. There's still dust and dirt in the air. It still gets in your engine. It's still bad. So you want an air filter. It's a lot of comments about O-rings and the idea of water going across, snow getting sucked up in, water getting sucked up through, melted off the motor. A lot of comments about that. So that's what I really think is going on. It's doing its job. It's separating out the finite particles, the water, the snow. That's really cool. That video really taught me something. I'm very happy about that, and I'm hope you guys all enjoyed it. I'm just looking here. I don't think there's any more questions other than that. Somebody asked here if I'm running a fuel stabilizer. No, I burn through so much fuel in my equipment. I don't ever use a stabilizer. Even if it sits over the winter, usually the tank's pretty low. I'll dump in fresh in the spring, burn out what's left, mixed it and burn it, and it's fine. This stuff is so old, it's made to run on some pretty nasty stuff. So unfortunately, the gas nowadays isn't as good as it used to be, but I will not use ethanol gasoline in this old stuff. It is very damaging. So another question, well, several questions that was asked is, how's the new job going? So many of you know, I'm a boiler and pressure vessel inspector now, and I just started in the field on my own for the first time and working on reports, and I'll tell you, it's a learning experience, but I've seen some pretty cool stuff. It's been pretty interesting so far. I'm actually enjoying it. So I'm going to get this video knocked out for you, get it uploaded, and get out there, get back on the road, and get working again. So I think that's pretty much it for questions. It was a pretty straightforward video. I hope you enjoyed it. Saturday, I am snowblowing. So check the video out this coming Saturday. There are older videos of it as well. It's been a great machine, that snowblower. I really enjoy it. And to everybody, thank you for sticking with me and supporting the channel. Pin jaws are back in stock if you're interested. Link in the video description, or it's on my website, so check that out. And until next time, get out in your shop and get it done right the first time.
Too dumb to quit, too proud to cry, still grinding steel under a fading sky. The last machine shop in a frozen hell, just me and a dream I can't seem to sell. Too dumb to quit, too stubborn to die.